Hello.
Hey, everybody. Oh, my mic. So,
Welcome back to Journey with Chloe. I believe this is episode 9.
Woohoo!
Here on Journey with Chloe, we feature Taylor artists from all around. This week, we have the one and only Carolyne Paschal.
Woohoo!
Paschal.
Gotta put that out there. It's okay. It's spelled weird.
Oh, no.
Everybody gets it wrong.
Oh, no.
Paschal.
So, yeah. You have to intro yourself, and then I intro myself.
Oh.
Hi, Justice.
Okay.
Ignore him.
Okay, so this is Chloe.
I'm your co-host, Chloe Gard.
And I am Journey. I am your co-host.
Yeah.
And we feature local Taylor artists. So if you are someone who wants to be featured on our podcast, feel free to DM us. We like to feature artists or people related to the arts in general.
Yeah.
So today we have Carolyne, already established, but she is
I'm definitely just related to the arts in general. That's definitely the category I fall into. I like the arts. I guess that's about all I can say.
You see, Carolyne led the lead role.
No, listen, this is what the playwright said.
Okay.
So
What
Women
the
of
playwright
Lockerbie, there are 3 main roles, and the playwright literally came and she said that the main 3 roles are equal.
Okay.
Those are her words. So
Well, there we go. You were a main role.
You are a main role.
I was a main character.
A main character.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do today in our podcast. Carolyne's gonna tell us about the show Women of Lockerbie, kind of her view on it.
Of
But
course, that's not
first-
what we're going to talk about the entire time.
Yeah.
First, Carolyne, would you like to introduce yourself? Who you are, where you live, what you
Sure.
study here at Taylor, why you chose all the stuff,
Yeah.
all the basic things.
Yeah, the basic intro. Okay.
Exactly.
Well, I am Carolyne Paschal. I live in English Hall right now,
Woohoo.
but I'm from Maryland, like an hour north of Baltimore. I am a film major, like these two here,
Woohoo!
freshmen as well. And I chose Taylor because I wanted to go to a Christian school that had a great film program and couldn't really afford to go to California, so it was a pretty clear option that Taylor was the best.
Woohoo!
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I'm happy here.
too.
It's good.
So, for those of you who don't know, Carolyne, the amazing Carolyne, was the leading. Just established this, was one of the 3 leads.
I was in Women of Lockerbie.
She was in Women of Lockerbie.
I was in
Women
it.
of Lockerbie.
So
I was there.
she was there in Lockerbie.
No.
So tell us about
She was phenomenal. So
tell us like how you like prep before you go on stage. Like it's
Right before I go
right
on
before
stage?
on stage.
You mean like getting into character?
Yeah.
Because that's actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
The last
Yeah.
2 nights, I drank tea, which felt
Yeah, you
right
did.
for like a 50-year-old Scottish woman
Oh,
to
yeah.
do, and that really helped. And it helped my voice get lower, because something I always thought about was like, when you're younger, your voice is higher, so I would always
Yeah.
try and warm up my lower register, and I would sing like low songs and like pound my chest like Matthew McConaughey, and I would that's what I tried to do. And I would say Scottish things,
yeah.
So give us some of your favorite Scottish phrases.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, we learned some Scottish insults.
We
A
did.
few of us,
You
Chloe
did.
included. Chloe's
I
an
was
honorary
one.
member of the cast.
I really was.
Yeah, numpty tube.
That's my favorite.
Favorite one is probably, you can't make a silk purse out of so's here, which just means you're still ugly even when you put makeup on. So that's really nice.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
I like
Gotta love the Scots.
Yowie jobby. I'm
jobby.
not going to say what it means. So
Oh no.
I like that one. That's my favorite one.
Yeah,
It's
there's
so
some pretty
fun.
good ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
You found the
So
website.
good.
You sent that website to me, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I want to
List of
learn
Scottish
all of
insults.
these. Yeah.
There's some good ones.
There are
really
some very good ones.
So if you ever want to confuse someone at the same time as offending them,
Scottish
there you go.
insults.
Scottish insults.
Scottish
They won't know what
insults.
you're saying, but they'll know that they should be offended.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man. So tell us like how long you guys had to practice for, like how many weeks did that last, and like
Oh, that's a great question.
Oh,
When did we start? It lasted forever. No, it was like
It
I think
lasted
a month and a
forever.
half.
Oh, wow.
I really don't. I don't know. I
It
should look
wasn't
at
that
that.
long.
Yeah.
It didn't. When I looked at the performance dates, it was like, whoa, this is a short rehearsal process.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it felt like we had enough time. Like we were the most ready for that show. Then I haven't been more ready for a show. I don't think.
Yeah,
like
that's
we
really cool.
'Cause
really were ready.
Rissy, who was in the show,
Yes.
she's my roommate.
Yes, Rissy.
We love Rissy.
Rissy Bland. What a woman.
Rissy Bland. She was telling me, and I think you told me the same thing at your final rehearsal on Wednesday. The director Tracy was saying how you guys were pretty much ready.
She
and-
canceled rehearsal the night before
Oh,
opening
wow.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was like,
Because-
you guys are ready. And we were all like, ah!
She
are
came
you
back to the dorm
sure?"
and she was freaking out. She's like, I don't think we're ready, but Tracy said we're ready, and I don't know.
Yeah.
They were so ready. Opening
Tracy was
opening
right.
night was phenomenal.
That is so cool. So tell us about some other things you've been involved, like as far as like other plays or
Well,
Yeah.
nothing else here.
like
Yeah.
in high school. Yeah. I mean, this is the first show Taylor has offered. So.
Well, okay, there was Borrowed Babies,
Oh,
but
that's true.
that was like, you
like-
had to have been on the drama email list, I think, or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
That one, I think that one was like upperclassmen exclusive. Like
Pretty much, because you had
Yeah.
you had to know about the
it
program
was a
already.
special.
Yeah.
It was
That's
very
good.
good though. It was
I
phenomenal.
didn't get to see it. I really wanted to.
You would have loved it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I wanted to. I was gonna go the Sunday showing, and then I fell asleep and woke up halfway through the show. I was like, "Well,
Yeah.
this has been a
Very
trend
good.
since I've been in college." Oh, it's not good. It's very
Oh,
bad.
we don't
Oh,
need to
man.
talk about our sleeping schedules here.
No. We'll
no.
go back to like your other things you've been involved, other
Oh,
plays.
right,
Yeah.
right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good at this. You're good at this. You're
Oh, yeah.
She's
steering the
very good at
discussion.
this.
Once
good.
sleep gets involved, it's all going downhill. We
Oh,
learned
yeah.
that from last week.
Oh,
We will
last
not
week.
revisit
Oh,
that,
yes.
Chloe. We are moving on.
Heard that episode.
I
yeah.
will say I am a better mindset. I did editing today, but it wasn't extensive as last week.
That's
last
good.
week was a little crazy. I apologize.
That's good.
This
But
week.
Don't apologize.
Okay, I
was-
don't apologize.
oh
Shout out to everyone involved with last
man.
week's episode.
boy. Yeah. High school I did Beauty and the Beast and Pippin, and we did a Twilight Zone festival.
Ooh.
That was super cool. We did 4 episodes from the Twilight Zone as plays. And let's see, what else did I do? I stage managed 12 Angry Jurors, and I was in the Insanity of Mary Gerard.
Oh wait, so
What?
did I.
You did?
Stage managed.
I feel like we've talked
12
about
Angry-
this.
I think we did
that's
talk about
so
that.
cool.
But also, what?
That's so fun. There were 2
Wow,
casts.
what do you know?
It was so fun.
Oh, yeah, we definitely talked about that.
Yeah.
Great show. Great
Great
film.
show.
Great film. Have you seen it?
Oh,
No.
12 Angry Men
Oh,
with
I
Henry
have.
Fonda. Yes.
I saw it at
Yes.
Beacon Boards in Indianapolis.
Oh,
Ooh.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a field trip for like
Oh,
Ooh.
yes.
for like AP students.
That's
if
great.
Yeah.
you guys haven't done a beef and boards, this goes to audience. You
A
guys,
what?
anyone, do a beef and boards.
So
What is that?
It's like
Yeah.
in Indianapolis they have this like theater in like right off of this mall, and it's like everybody always dresses up to go there or whatever, but they have like food,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like
Do they have
also a
beef?
theater.
Probably. It's
And
basically
what's the second word? Boards?
boards.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't actually.
I'm gonna
know
assume
that.
like boarding, like housing,
Oh.
maybe. I
I
actually
thought you were
don't
saying
know.
Actually-
borscht, like the
Oh,
Russian soup.
Board.
Mm.
Borscht.
Borscht.
That one
Borscht, beets,
isn't by
soup.
Circle Center though. There's another theater in Indy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically,
I
you
mean,
watch a
there's quite a
show
few.
and they serve you food.
Yeah. Really
Sounds
nice
good to
food.
me.
Really nice
Huh?
food.
It sounds good to me.
It's,
Yeah.
it's so good.
So wait, you saw the play
So I
or
saw
the film?
12 Angry.
Men.
Hold
Is the
up.
film.
Yes. But
And-
they made it into a play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw that one at the Indianapolis. It's right across from the ballroom, but I forget.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I forget what it.
Yeah.
IRT Indiana Repertory Theater.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw it there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
That sounds neat.
I saw Les
Incredibly
Mis
well-written.
at Beef and Boards.
Ugh.
Spectacular.
I gotta figure out how I can go to this thing with beef
Yeah,
and
yeah.
boards.
It's
Next
it's expensive,
trip.
but once we get our car,
Thing.
once
Once
we
I
your
get my car, I'm
Thanksgiving,
Oh,
going
boy.
everywhere. I'm dragging
we'll
my
be
gosh.
we'll be donating plasma.
Yeah.
and spending all that money on
Making
tickets.
money?
'cause it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how Chloe and I spent our money this weekend?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
Dune. We went to
saw
see
Dune.
Dune in the theater. Ah!
Okay, it was
I'm
it was
kicking the
it was
mic.
beautiful. The biggest thing I want to bring up is the bagpipes.
The
you know?
bagpipes.
So we're watching the
They were
movie, and half of it was filmed in Norway, half of it was filmed
in the desert.
in the desert. And the parts that were filmed in Norway was on this one planet. I can't remember its name, and now I feel like a fake fan.
Fake fan.
Fake fan. But it was like this one beautiful panning shot of like the coast, and it was very green, black cliffs, blue water. Timothy Chalamet was there too.
It was just a beautiful scene.
It was a beautiful
Chalamet.
scene.
I
The
guess.
water, the cliffs, Timothy Chalamet.
Just so picturesque.
Beautiful. And it was having its beautiful Hans Zimmer like soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's
The
classic
soundtrack is
Dune.
amazing.
The soundtrack is spectacular.
It's very Hans Zimmer.
It's very Hans Zimmer.
Very Hans Zimmer.
But yeah, it was doing his Hans Zimmer soundtrack thing, and I leaned over to Caroline just jokingly. I was like, "You know what the soundtrack could need? Some bagpipes." And we're like, "Ha ha ha, that's so funny."
And then they
we
take
went-
off in the spaceship, land
Yeah.
somewhere else, walk out, and what happens?
There's these people come out and they're playing the freaking bagpipes.
Bagpipes!
They were actual
Why are there bagpipes?
in the middle of the
Dune?
desert of a sci-fi movie. It was
What
the
in the
funniest
world?
thing.
It was great. It was very
We were
much like
dying.
a ceremonial, like, you
Yeah.
know, oh,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
royalty's coming off the spaceship now, so we have ceremonial bagpipes.
There were,
You know.
they
funny.
on the inaugural ball started with bagpipes. Someone walked in playing the
No.
bagpipes. Yeah, they did.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was.
So funny.
I saw it on the Instagram.
Yeah, it's
So-
very much like a ceremonial thing,
Yeah.
but it was just
So,
hilarious.
I
in
want to
that
learn
movie.
how to play the
Explain
bagpipes.
what Dune
Yes.
is about. 'Cause
Ooh.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
And
well, it's a part one, right?
I
There's
did.
a
I
part
heard
one.
that.
Yeah. And how long was it? Was it 3 hours?
It was like an hour. No,
2.5?
I think
it was 2.5.
It was like an hour.
It was like an hour,
More or less.
No, it was 2.5 hours. Yeah,
Okay.
and it felt like not a lot happened, but a lot happened because
I
they
would
took
think
their
it felt a lot
time
happened.
building up the world
Mm.
that we lived in.
Yeah.
And Justice mentioned that it did a really good job of
We
conveying
went to see it
scale.
with Justice Bauer.
Huh?
We went to see it with Justice Bauer.
Yeah, we did.
For context.
Shout
Yeah.
out to his radio station.
Radio show.
Show. Wow.
Wow.
Station.
Thursdays
His
at
own station.
6. Talks about
Thursdays at
D&D. Blah blah blah.
That's just a plug, but back to the story.
I
though.
give the
We
best
just-
shout outs.
What a-
We like
what
to
a
give them
plug.
shout outs when
Wow.
they come up in
It
conversation.
was better than last
but-
week's plug.
Oh boy. Anyway,
Moving on from last
It's-
week.
Dune
Yeah.
is, if you like beautiful things, watch Dune. The cinematography and
It's
the
phenomenal.
scale, the world building is just phenomenal. And
Because-
it's
yeah.
such a wonderful film to get sucked into and lost in. It's beautiful. It's just
I
wonderful.
will say the character names were a little generic. It was Jessica
Jessica.
and Paul.
Oh no.
It
They're
was
like-
so funny.
they-
I
Oh my
was telling
gosh.
Carol, I was like, Timothy Chalamet is a more sci-fi name than
Yes,
Paul.
it is. It is. It really
It
is.
really is
That's
because it's
so funny.
French.
Oh my gosh. Indeed.
French.
That is true.
But
Good job, Chloe.
I felt like we should have, I don't know, you know, there are like these videos on YouTube where it's like people reacting to watching stuff, like watching movies and whatever.
Oh my gosh.
We could have made a really good one with how we were just
Yeah.
reacting to the
Oh my
movie. We
gosh.
were like grabbing each other's hands, pointing to the screen, going like, "Oh my gosh!"
So
We
what
were
was
screaming
Justice
for a
doing
good
this
bit
whole
of it.
time?
Sitting on the
Just
actually
rolling his
watching the
eyes.
movie.
Yeah.
Just rolling his eyes at you.
He was
guys.
looking at us
Yeah.
like, "What the frick are you all
Yeah.
doing?"
Yeah, normally it depends on the movie, and that is a movie that I was so glad we went to see it together
Oh,
purely for the
same.
bagpipe
The
moment.
bagpipe moment.
Without the bagpipe moment, I still would have. I
would have been
loved to
like,
see it with
"Aha,
it.
bagpipes!" But because I was
Yeah.
with someone specifically, Caroline,
Yes,
it was just all in all, it was a very nice bonding moment.
That's
and there are
so
things. It is a film that you need to experience in theaters.
Oh,
like,
it really
for
is.
the,
I heard that
The
Patrick
sound
said that
design.
too. He said
Yes,
like the sound goes from like all around you, and it's like it's
Yes.
designed for each.
People are saying how it
it's
was too loud.
beautiful.
I don't actually
It's
think it was
immersive.
too loud. It's very immersive.
Yeah, some people
In
said it was
my
loud,
opinion-
but I felt it was correct.
It was very correct.
Sometimes
Yeah.
the score got loud, but it wasn't a lot. I was
Obnoxious
expecting like
loud?
the whole
Yeah.
thing to be really loud.
Yeah.
No, it was just like 2 moments.
The one thing I noticed, you guys said you didn't notice it, but there were parts for me at least that like the sound was so loud that you couldn't hear the dialogue. But maybe that's because I was focusing on the sound because the sound was It was
Yeah.
so good.
It was
It was
professional opinion.
Yeah.
Sound,
Eh.
which is
Yeah.
good, by the way.
Very
It's
good.
Good.
Man.
Very good.
So
Sorry.
that kind of ties into what we've done this week and or observations at Taylor.
ho,
So
Once again, Chloe and I have a great story.
Ho,
Journey,
ho.
you need to hang out with us more because
I
cool things
know,
happen.
right?
Okay, first off, Journey, do we have anything before we go into this story? Because I want to kind of get that out of the way.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, Journey.
just tell the story. I can't think of anything right now.
All right.
Okay.
So
Maybe you will. Chloe, start us off.
I'll start us off. So, Caroline and I and Justice, we went to the DC to eat food because that's where you eat food.
That's
and-
exactly what you do there.
Yeah. And we're just, sitting at our table, having a jolly good time, drinking our water and stuff. And Ethan Michael, of all people,
Of all
of all people,
There are so
I-
many people.
I
Wait,
know-
what night was this? Was this
this
last
was
night?
this was
Hours
just now,
ago.
like
Oh, just now. Okay,
just
I was
now,
like,
yeah.
yesterday there was some tea, but we're not going to go into that. I
Oh,
can't expose
well,
a
today
friend
was.
like that.
Oh boy.
wait. After
Nope.
okay, wait.
Oh boy.
I'll tell you after the show.
Oh, I
Oh,
want
great. Wow.
Okay.
Okay, I want
Story-
to hear this. Okay,
story.
back to this. So,
DCT.
I just
I'm
noticed
starting
him
a
like
radio show called
walking up
DCT.
like from the stairs and going over to like the drink, and he's like carrying this like a coffee pot, and I was like,
Mhm.
okay, that's a little strange, but whatever. And he's got this coffee pot, and he disappears, and I was like, probably nothing. So I turned back to Caroline Justice. We're eating our food, conversing in conversation, what you do.
Mhm.
And I hear him, and he's like, does anyone want some coffee? Does anyone want some coffee or whatever? And he's like
Hot
walking
coffee.
hot coffee.
Does anyone you want some hot coffee? Do you want some
You want some hot coffee? Yes, you do. So he's
Yeah.
walking around with his coffee pot filled, and he's like,
Just
you want
giving people
coffee or whatever? And we're just like, whatever. And Raina, who's a jolly good friend, she
I
was
don't
the
know
one with the
Raina,
glasses.
but okay.
She leans over to Justice. She goes, "Is that your roommate?" And Justice like, you could tell he was kind of embarrassed. He was like, "Yeah, that's my roommate."
Yeah.
And
No, it
yeah,
was
he just
great.
kind of went around the DC
That
going,
is
"Hot
It was
coffee,
for
hot
freshman
coffee."
points.
Yeah,
That's what we established.
we thought it would be like 35 or so, or 30
no,
or 40.
he got 100 points
He got
for doing
100
it, and
points.
50 per person that accepted coffee
Yeah.
from him. Yeah. But then there's more to the story.
There's more to the story.
Because we were walking out of the DC towards Rupp, and at this point, Ethan has an empty coffee pot.
Emphasis
and-
on empty.
And, one moment, Chloe is whacking Justice with her pocket staff.
That's a different story.
And the next moment, we hear glass shatter from behind us.
No.
And Ethan had been like flapping the coffee pot
just
lid
around.
open and closed and just shattered the entire thing. Except he was still holding the handle, so it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
And
Thus
then
ends the saga.
no. And then Justice goes, "You should probably get like a trash bag or something to pick that up."
So he goes, pick
he
it up
rose-
with your hands. That was the first thing he said.
Oh, pick it
he
up
said,
with your
pick it
hand.
up. And we're like, with his hands?
So
That's
he
a horrible
then he runs
idea.
into the library and he picks up a whole entire trash can.
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean, what do you
man.
do when you shatter a coffee pot in the middle of the sidewalk in the middle of the night? You
I
know,
don't know.
what do you do?
What do you do?
I think that might be the first time that's ever happened. No, it
It definitely
that
was not.
specific.
It definitely
It
wasn't.
feels like it's a limited class, limited
Yeah.
club of people that
Yeah.
can say that they've done that, but probably it's happened before. You're right.
That's
What
funny.
about the pocket staff?
Oh yes.
You have
What
to
is it
explain
okay
what
now?
it is.
Is it okay now?
The
The pocket staff was
No,
it repaired?
I might have to get a new
No.
one. So a pocket staff is basically like a little device staff. It's
Fits in your
It
pocket.
fits in your pocket. You pop it open. It turns into like a staff.
like
Whoop.
4
Shoots
foot
out.
long,
4 foot
staff
sturdy staff.
like Percy
Yeah.
Jackson,
Lethal weapon.
secret pin
Lethal
sort of
weapon.
Shiny.
situation.
And Justice
Watch
is all
out.
like, "That's not very strong staff. That's not a very strong staff now, is it?" And I'm like, "No, it's not." He's like, "You should whack me with it. Let's see how well it will hold up." And I'm like, I don't really want to. It might break. Of course,
And
right
then
after
she
I
does
said
it.
this,
And then she
I
does
whack
it
him with
because-
it.
because
It
it's Chloe.
broke. It
It
broke.
did.
It broke
Oh,
pretty
it
bad.
actually
It just
broke?
bent.
Yeah.
Like when you have like
Aw.
the cardboard roll after you
Yeah.
use all the wrapping
Whenever,
paper,
like, you're a kid.
and then
Yeah.
you whack someone with it, and it
And it
just
bends.
folds.
It was
Yeah.
exactly like that.
No,
Aw.
my weapon. Yeah,
It was kind of sad.
it was pretty.
There was
sad.
a hat sale going on in the DC too.
There was.
Yeah,
and it was a
there's-
pretty good hat sale
It's a
too.
pretty good hat
I
sale.
saw the prices, and I was like, oh, I should have gone over there. But there's gonna be other nights this week.
Ooh,
I
wanna
would
get
plug
back
it if
over
I
there.
knew them,
I
but
would like a hat. Yeah.
yeah, I like hats. I love hats.
You look good in hats too.
Thanks, bro. Was that funny?
Yeah, it was funny.
Okay.
That was
What
good.
can I say? I'm just
You're like,
bad.
thanks, bro.
Okay.
That was
Surfs up.
Saw, dude. Oh yeah.
Ah, what a day! What a day!
Man.
What a day.
Journey, what have you been up to?
Yeah, come on, Journey.
Oh, let's see here. Well, I just got back from Walmart. And then I was working on some homework. And yeah, honestly, this whole week,
Thrilling. Exhilarating, even.
it's only Tuesday too. I
journey.
I seriously thought it was Thursday, but then I was like, no, it's just Tuesday. And it's okay that it's just Tuesday. 'Cause I
Nothing
have a
wrong with
lot of
Tuesday.
homework
Tuesday is
to
my
do.
favorite day of the week.
I
Yeah.
love Tuesdays.
Tuesdays are great.
Wednesdays are pretty
Yeah.
fun because I get to see like everybody, like all the film people, and like I
Yeah.
love Wednesdays.
This Wednesday we get a combined film majors class, and I'm so
Yeah.
excited because
So that'll be all of the film majors. I mean,
Yeah.
freshman film majors.
Fresh
Every
Yeah.
film
single
major.
film major.
I would like to say I just remembered this though. So there's a J-term trip to New York. and
Yeah.
I
Are you
might-
going?
Are you going?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I saw it and I went, that looks cool.
Yeah.
So are you going?
I might be going.
Cool.
That's just. I went to
It
a
sounds
meeting
very cool.
today, so I was like,
Yes.
"Ooh, okay.
Yes.
So yeah, it's like 5 days in New York. They pack a bunch
Ugh.
of stuff in like every single day, and then you spend 2 weeks here, like learning about it and like studying on it because it's
Cool.
art as an experience.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
that
so
credit-
that fulfills a
Gen
gen
Ed.
ed requirement.
It's like,
yeah.
let's go.
Or, sorry, foundational core.
Foundational core.
Core, the foundation.
We
in
have
relation
a-
to the
so, yeah.
arts.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
You know,
very
really all you
excited
need
about
is to
that.
listen to this podcast. Really.
Who? Huh?
For your foundational core, if you want
Oh.
art, you know,
Ah,
just listen
yeah,
to this podcast.
actually.
I think so.
I mean, this podcast this is radio.
A radio
I think
show.
so.
Radio show.
We're not a podcast, Caroline.
I'm sorry.
We're a radio
I'm
show.
so sorry.
But yeah, so I was pretty excited about that because it's really cheap. It's like
Yes.
$9.75.
Ooh.
Whoa.
That's not bad because it's like
For
it's
like
part
a trip.
of, yeah,
for like a
Yeah.
J-term trip. That's
Yeah.
That ain't
really
bad.
good.
and to like New York, and like
Yeah.
everything's paid
Yeah.
for, and like all of your dining dollars gets like they give you a card for it, so like you just like can
Yeah.
buy. It's like,
oh, that's
okay.
actually
Very
kind of
cool.
smart.
yeah, you still have to pay for housing at J-term, so I'm trying to figure out that
that's
part of
annoying.
it as
Yeah.
like would it be equal or more than like what I estimated, you know. But
Also, would it be worth it?
I know I'm thinking
know?
it's 100% worth
Have you
it.
been?
but
Have you ever been to New York?
Nope.
Ugh.
I've been there
so
once.
so
Same,
side
one
note, well, first of all, shout out to my family for listening. Shout out to
Don't
my
go through the
mom.
names again.
Nope. My mom, dad, Justin, Jaden, Jonah, Julia, Joel. Shout out to Justin specifically. I don't think he's
Why?
listening right now, but if he is, he can
Favoritism.
let me know. But
You're not
Why?
supposed to have a
Dang,
favorite sibling.
Justin.
Justin,
It's against the rules.
No, but
It's against it really
so
is.
because we have such a big family, though, we never go out into like super compacted areas, like
That's fair.
out east. Never gonna go.
You
out
should
there
do
'cause it's
Out
so-
east.
Out east.
What is this? Out east.
Out
Yes.
east.
Yes.
No,
you
you
should
should
do
do
East
the
the
Coast.
thing.
East Coast. Yeah, we've been west.
Wait.
West Coast.
Hold on. This is why? Because you have a
we
large
such-
family.
Yeah, so I have a big family.
So wait, why can't you go to the
You don't
East
wanna-
Coast with a
you
big
don't want to
family?
lose the children.
yeah, you don't want to lose the children. That's why.
What?
No, like seriously.
Wait, no, explain.
Like we will. Okay, for one.
Explain.
Okay. First of all, whenever you drive with a big family, this is Big
Yes.
Family 101. Whenever you drive with a big family, you have to have big cars. And
Yeah.
whenever you have big cars in big cities with lots of traffic, it's stressful. Number two,
Yeah.
just number
Is there
two
not
is
big
like,
cities with traffic on the West Coast?
well, we always go like out
Places
west,
that
but
there
like
aren't.
yeah, like we'll go to like national parks. So
Yeah.
like there's not a whole
We
lot.
have national parks
know?
on the East Coast.
I know,
Yeah.
pretty nice.
Yeah, we
Right.
do.
But yeah, and then like as far as like walking around, you know,
yeah.
it's kind of stressful. I'm the oldest, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
kind of
like-
funny that
yeah.
that is the reason that you can't go to the East Coast.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm like New York, I could go by myself.
You know,
Well, not
the
by
whole East
myself.
Coast is not New York.
Yeah.
New York is only half the
Uh-huh.
East Coast.
Yeah.
No, it's
Not
like
even,
2/3.
not
It's
even,
really
not
more like
even.
2/3. I'm kidding.
But
It's
yeah,
like
we don't.
One state.
We go. Okay.
It's
one.
This
a
does
little-
not count.
A
But
little
like
state.
we've gone. This does not count. So I'll just preface it with this. But like the only way in that direction that we've gone is to Florida or Pittsburgh.
That's the coast. Those
So-
are both.
Okay, they
The East
are.
Coast.
They are, but like they're not like the huge. Okay, I don't even know what to say.
Okay. All
But
right.
you know,
I
okay.
live south of Pittsburgh, so
Okay.
yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So my East Coast heart is sad that you won't come visit me, but
know, right?
it's okay.
Well,
understand.
I will
you, just
visit.
my family won't visit.
Okay, that's
I will visit you, not my family though. That
It's
would be
all
fun
good.
to take a trip out to Maryland and visit you.
yeah. There's not much
so.
out there. I tell you what.
But
I tell
you're out
people,
there.
Well, yeah, okay,
You're out there. That's-
never mind. It's a good time.
That's all I need.
Yeah, I am a national park. I am a
You are.
landmark of the U.S.
Yes, you are.
No.
Lockerbie,
You open up the
Scotland.
mouth.
I honestly, where I live is I wanted to go to college outside of Maryland. I wanted to go out of Carroll County, get out, see a little bit more of the world, different places, please.
Oh yeah.
Just because it's fine. It's a great place to be from. Love it. But you know, it's a rural county and pretty small town, and you know, that's fine. But I want to go to the city, so it's kind of funny that I ended up here, in the middle of
Move
nowhere.
to another small town.
Literally, I would tell people, people would be like, "Oh, Caroline, where are you going to college?" Back home. And I would say, "Oh, it's in Upland, Indiana. It's like
Small town,
yeah.
Indiana. Yeah.
in the middle of Indiana, middle of nowhere." And
No,
they would say, "Oh, I've never heard of that." And I would say, "Yeah, yeah."
yeah.
And
Me
then I
neither.
would tell them for reference, it's basically like here,
But in Indiana.
where it's cornfields mostly, but you take a rolling pin to it. So where I'm from, it's very hilly, and there are actually, you know, the road curves, and it goes up and down.
Ooh, I love it.
A lot of back road, dangerous roads,
Love 'em.
but also civilization. And then here, it's just flat, and everything is perpendicular and parallel.
Yeah. The best,
It's fine.
the most
It's
fun
interesting. Oh,
roads
man.
I've ever driven on. Well, the second most fun. Every year my family goes down to Tennessee, Norris Lake, and
Mm-hmm.
like it's like 30 minutes off the main road that you get on. You get off the highway, you get on like this main road, and it's 30 minutes off that road.
Okay.
Like the whole 30 minutes is just curvy back roads,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
it's so much fun to drive.
It's a
I
good
have
time.
fun. The most dangerous road I've ever been on is when we went to Hawaii and Maui,
Ooh.
and
Ooh.
we were going to where was it called? I don't remember. Well, I'm just gonna say I forgot what it was called.
That's fine.
And it was basically those curvy roads, but like on a cliff, and they were very narrow. It was like 1-lane road, and it was like just
Yep.
whoosh.
Switchbacks.
It was like
Oh yeah.
really sharp
Switchbacks.
switchbacks. I was
Yeah.
actually quite scared.
They have those out
Yeah,
west.
understandable.
On, like,
Yeah.
national parks. You
Oh,
go up
yeah.
the hills and it'll be like switchbacks.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
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 Fun times. Fun times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really scary whenever you get like
When it's
huge
pouring
like
rain?
camper RVs.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
They're like right next to you. and
They
you're
shouldn't
like,
be
okay.
allowed.
I once drove down a mountain with very curvy roads like that when it was pouring rain. And my dad was like, "Yeah,
Buddy.
just kind of stay on the brake."
Oh no.
Yeah, that was great. That was like when I hadn't had my learners for very long, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna crash the car and kill my whole family, and they're gonna take my learners from me."
I had a dream once
You know.
that exact same thing. That exact same.
Wow.
That
Yeah, I know what you mean.
that
you know what
exact
happened,
thing
Chloe,
happened.
is you probably just entered my mind.
You prob-
and didn't know. You didn't
honestly.
realize it. You were asleep.
Yeah.
But in some
I
form
influ-
of telekinesis.
Oh,
What
Wait a
happened?
minute,
I
that's not right.
influenced you, or you influenced me?
You influence. I think you just journeyed into my brain.
Whoa. Okay.
I didn't even do that on purpose.
Oh,
I was just
guys, we're all connected. The
Yeah.
three of us.
That's right.
We all have the
Circle of
same
life.
3 brain cells. They kind of just go bounce, bounce, bounce,
bounce
bounce,
back and
bounce,
forth.
bounce.
And that is how you entered my mind. The
Yeah.
brain cells.
The brain cells.
That's
Yeah.
the way.
So, well, how's everybody's audio projects coming along? Or like,
Ooh.
tell us what your scene is. Actually, let me
what
explain.
are you doing? I don't know what you're doing.
I'm doing.
I was gonna say you
So
start.
I'll
yeah.
start with like explaining what the Okay, I was like I couldn't
Okay.
hear my voice for a minute. No, I'll start with explaining like what the project is. So basically, we have a project where we take 2 minutes of a film, a TV show, whatever, and we're gonna take out all of the sound, and then we have to make all of the sound again. So like
From
add
scratch.
from scratch, like add voices.
So we strip the
add sound
sounds and we put in
effects.
our own sound.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I am doing a scene from Up where, what's his name?
Russell.
meets
Oh.
Carl, and he goes like he knocks on the door
Yeah.
and he's like,
Knock,
I
knock,
remember
knock.
"My name is Russell. I'm
Yeah.
a Boy Scout from
I am a
Tribe
Carl.
251.
Bye,
bye,
Can
bye.
I? Whatever."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really funny. And then so I'm working with Zara.
Ooh, Sarah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Shout out to her. She has a radio show.
Oh,
Fridays
I
at
can see her
11.
being good at that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Say that again. I talked over it.
Sarah has a radio show with Kirsten, 11 p.m. on Fridays.
Yes.
Have you
Yes,
seen
ma'am.
it? Go check it out.
It's very good.
Yes.
Yeah. We're
So
just gonna shout out everyone's radio shows.
Yeah.
So Caroline,
on that one, too.
what's your
Yeah,
project?
you were.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
My project is, so we took an episode from animated anthology series on Netflix called Love, Death, and Robots. And there's a lot of graphic content in some of those episodes, so I can't really recommend it, but there are some really good episodes, and one of them is the one that we chose. It's called The Tall Grass.
The Tall Grass.
And-
I watched it last night.
You did?
I did.
Isn't it amazing?
Justice showed it to me, and I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, okay.
It's really cool, right? Do you love the animation style?
I thought it was really cool because, like, yeah, like the design of it, like I had to do a project like that in art in high
Yeah.
school. Like, just like draw a person and like how they drew the person. And I was
Yeah.
like, that stuff takes forever to do.
Yeah, they said, I saw a little behind the scenes video. They said that they wanted, their concept for creating this type of this style of animation was they wanted, they said, oh, storyboards and concept art,
Yeah.
not storyboards, concept art
I
looks so
wish.
cool. Why don't we just make animation style that looks like that?
Yeah.
And where you could like pause it and every frame looks like a painting.
Yeah.
And it does, and it's beautiful. And it's kind of like action. It's very cool. I really won't give anything away, but
But yeah,
it's
so,
cool. It's a good
so
episode.
what's some of your key sounds that you have to reinvent? Like, because I know some people are getting like really
Monsters.
creative and trying to find, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, we had Michael Pierce be our wonderful.
Shout out to Michael. He was
lead
also a
actor.
woman of Lockerbie.
That is true. He
Yeah.
was Mr.
Woohoo.
Jones. He was very
Mr. Jones. Okay, sorry.
good.
Keith.
Mr. Jones.
I need to get him because I need an actor. Okay.
Yes.
Continue
Oh, he's
though.
very
I'm
good.
just writing that as a note.
So he did our main voice and provided some alien sounds, and our Justice did the train conductor, and then we're doing some combinations for the monster sounds of some things. He did, and I'll
Justice's
probably do
monster
some more.
sounds are so funny. Think demonic dying chicken.
Yep. Or
Oh.
yep.
But
pretty
it will
much-
be edited.
Yes.
So that sounds
Oh,
yeah.
man.
It'll be really cool.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yeah, kind of like if you. Yeah.
How are my
They were
levels?
Very much like roosters.
My levels okay? Yeah, my levels are okay.
So Chloe, what's your project about?
My project is
It is pretty lit.
It is.
yeah.
I walked
Can
in
confirm.
to hear it and it was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'm doing a little clip from the Mandalorian. It's the second season where Ahsoka Tano appears and
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka Tano. And there's so my big part with my key element is that there's some music in the background of it,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Chloe
spent-
knows violin, so she's
I
making all of it
spent-
again.
I thought you said Chloe's violent. I
I-
was like, oh, yeah, but that
Yeah.
doesn't relate.
Chloe
I
plays
play violin. I am violent. All the
She
same
is a
thing.
violin.
Yeah,
on the
I
inside.
am a violin. I'm a violent violin.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Going back to it, I spent way too long this weekend just listening to the clip over and over again. I recomposed the music for violin, and today I recorded myself playing, and I was layering the music. So basically, I'm making my own soundtrack for it, and it was a lot of fun.
Maybe
You
in
know,
the future
just
we need to
trying
hear.
to top Ludwig Göransson. No biggie.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
No.
In the future, Chloe,
It's
you need to
good, though.
play your
It's really
violin
good.
on here.
Oh.
It was
Ooh.
incredible.
Oh.
Or
I guess
yes.
I could do
you
that.
totally
There's
should.
an idea.
Next
Totally
week's
should.
episode,
Mhm.
Chloe plays the violin.
Yeah. A whole episode for
Whole
1
episode.
hour.
For
Just
one.
play.
I would
And
cry.
Journey can
she's
talk over
pretty
top.
good.
Maybe you can do like an audio
I'll
drama,
be like,
and Journey
today
can
on
say some really
Journey with
dramatic
Chloe.
stuff.
Oh, that could be a good audio drama
You know, that
idea.
would be so great. I can narrate that
I
story that
fled
I
into
said
the
last
rain.
week of
Oh,
like,
it would be in the middle, but better. No.
I did
No.
not go to that. I really
Um,
wanted to though.
But yeah, I got some fun voice
it's
actors.
so cool.
Only the best.
Only the best.
Only.
the best. Ho, ho, ho. Caroline might be voicing
Grogu.
Baby Yoda.
Ah.
Do you
I really want to. I just
Yeah.
think it's funny. He makes like
Yeah.
two little noises.
little
Yeah. But
or whatever.
So
Ahsoka
fun.
is
Voiced by Rissy.
none other than Rissy Bland.
Rissy Bland.
Yes.
Ah, I love her. She's
gonna do a great job.
She's adorable.
That is so cool.
I love her.
Ooh,
And
okay.
Ethan is Mando, right?
Yeah, Ethan's Mando.
That's gonna be
That
really
man
cool.
gets recruited for everyone's audio projects.
Yeah, so if you're
Yeah.
listening in and you need a voiceover,
Oh
ask
my
Ethan
gosh.
Michael.
Or maybe don't ask Ethan Michael.
Or maybe don't ask him,
He's
but
gonna have to start turning away work.
for real.
He did.
really does.
He did one really good project, and everyone was like, "Oh, Ethan is good." And
Because
Oh,
it's
okay,
just
like
only
everybody
asked him to
used
do
him
stuff
on the
now.
first project, like the
Yeah.
first project that we did. Like everybody
yeah.
used him, and then they're like, "All right, good voice. Let's
Yep.
just
I
keep
think
on."
Oh, he
using
does have a
actually
great
all
voice.
three of us used him on our radio ads, on our
Yeah.
spot projects. I just
That is
realized
true.
that.
That's
yeah.
really funny. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout
He's
out
good
to
and he's
you, I
versatile,
guess.
but-
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I honestly
guess.
don't know if he's because the thing is, I didn't think he was listening last week, but we found out that he was listening in a very, very interesting way.
Yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
was pretty
That
funny.
was so funny.
Oh man.
Uh,
Funny. Oh, do you
funny,
guys
funny.
have people call in at all?
No.
No.
So if you're listening and you want to call in, feel free to call in. We don't
Oh,
actually
I'm sorry,
have-
I
Oh,
really
there's the
just-
phone.
yeah.
Okay,
don't
I was like,
know.
where did the phone go? We don't know how to make the phone call. Like, we can't. What am I saying? We don't know how to make the phone be heard. Is a
Oh.
better way to say that.
So there's a good reason.
But you
Okay.
can still call in.
So if you want to call in, here's Journey's personal phone number. Ready?
yeah,
Write this down.
Call
No,
me
no,
on
no,
my
no.
phone.
No,
That
no.
can totally
I got it,
call
I got
people
it.
because it's
I got
totally
it.
not broken right now.
Journey, I'll get this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0.
Oh man.
That was in my
Eight,
audio
No, my
project.
my phone's broken
2,
right now.
4,
So go ahead and call me.
Call.
Oh
What was
yeah.
it?
Yep.
Have you not gotten your phone fixed at
No.
all?
I'm waiting till Thanksgiving.
I think my phone is dying too.
Yeah.
Don't-
It has said 1% for the last 2 hours.
Chloe,
Still
your phone
alive.
is dying too. Did you, oh, I forgot. to
No,
bring
it
a
wasn't my phone. It
charger.
was my charger. Oh, she forgot to bring a
Oh.
charger for you, Caroline. Sorry.
It's
Oh,
fine.
did you need a charger?
It's fine. It's
Okay,
fine.
I was like, I can get
Just
you one.
because my phone is I don't think it's actually on
It's
1%.
been on. It's
Oh,
been on
okay.
1% for the past
Yeah.
like 4
Also, I
hours,
don't know how
so-
it would have gotten that low. So,
Yeah. Ooh, that's
sorry, I'm
weird.
keeping track of time.
don't worry about
We're
it.
fine.
How we doing? How
We're
much time we got
fine.
left?
20 minutes.
way to stifle the burp. Nobody heard it.
Oh man.
I didn't.
20
burp.
minutes.
20 minutes.
Oh
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see here. Let me get the list of things
list.
to ask Caroline. So, what are some
random
things that you're
questions
hoping
list.
to do in the future relating to film, whether that's like career-wise or just like go on trips or things like that?
Oh, I would like to go on trips. That is true. But dream career is to be a director because I love acting and I love the medium of film and telling story that way visually. And directors kind of deal with the kind of have a lot of say in the creative vision and kind of work with the actors and you know it's like it's the more creative side. I would not be a good producer at all. I
got you,
would
Caroline.
not.
I got
I'm
you.
Yeah,
learning
you
With
good at
my
that?
3 calendars. I got you.
Yes, man.
Journey is-
We'll have to
Journey,
partner
you are
on some
really
projects.
good at scheduling. I've had to schedule stuff. I hate it.
Yeah.
I'm decent at it.
Yeah.
I hate doing it though. I don't like doing it. I like similar to you. I like
Mhm.
working with actors.
A lot of the
And-
freshman film majors like what we like. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to be a writer or I want to be a director. And they like,
Yeah.
or even, cinematography is, I feel like it bridges the gap.
Mm-hmm.
It's highly technical,
Yeah.
and you have to have that capacity in your mind to be able
Yeah.
to visualize things
Yeah.
and think of how you want to light a scene. And,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. I just wanted to move closer to you guys. Hello.
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 Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. Because I was way back in the.
Yeah. Sitting in the corner.
So
The
what's
corner
some
of
of
the
your
room.
like favorite, like what kind of films do you hope to direct in the future?
Dune.
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 Dune Part 7.
Part 7.
It'll
I'm
be
gonna
the new
direct it.
James Bond movies.
No.
No,
Please
how they have
no.
so many parts
That
to
would
them.
be fun.
Yeah, I know.
In that
I know.
way.
That would be really
No,
fun,
no,
honestly.
I wasn't thinking you were putting James Bond in the Dune universe, but that would be pretty funny.
No.
I don't think anybody asked for
Crossover
that.
event of the century.
Yeah.
James Bond.
No,
is
I
Dune.
literally was sitting in the theater. So I've had a couple of experiences like that where I'm sitting in the theater watching Dune and I went, I want to do stuff like this.
Yeah.
She did. She
So
did.
This is
you're
amazing.
thinking
And
more of
another
the
one-
Hollywood route?
Oh,
Or-
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you gonna-
That's what I'm thinking now.
Yeah.
I'm an ignorant young child. But what I've seen, I am very much drawn to that. And I have learned as much as I can about it, and I'm excited to hopefully do the LA program to
Okay,
kind of get
awesome.
an
Yeah, I was gonna
insider's
ask her. You do
perspective.
the Hollywood internship.
I hope, if I can afford it. We'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I plan on
Well,
doing it.
As we
I'm
said,
gonna
I
donate some
think
plasma, and then we'll
I
see.
know. I was just about to say we calculated we have to donate like so many times within the next 4
All the
years,
plasma.
and we'll have like our 10,000.
We're just gonna be ill for
Aye.
4 years, but
I
it'll
mean,
be
okay,
worth it because we'll
here's
get to
the
go
thing,
to
though,
LA.
if
We're gonna be
Thane-
those little monsters in your
If
audience.
Thane, Florida, can donate twice a week and be just fine, I think we can be just fine.
Enough about.
I think we can be
Thane.
okay.
What?
No.
What is
I
this?
think we can be
What have we
okay.
got against
I mean,
Thane?
he told us about plasma, so like,
Yeah.
I
This is
mean, that's
true.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Oh,
Readjusting.
but
Yeah,
to your
Adjust.
question, Dune and Quiet Place,
yeah.
I got to see part 2 in theaters.
I haven't seen part 2 yet.
Oh, Journey.
Movie night.
I
Yes.
just remembered that.
Apparently, you're not the only one. There's like 2 other
Yeah.
people I've talked to that are film majors have not seen part 2, but
Who's
they have
the
seen
other
part
one?
I loved part
I think
1.
Justice hasn't seen it, and then
Really? I thought he has.
JP.
Oh.
I don't know the other one.
Didn't he?
I forget.
No, he has the poster in his room.
Oh, I don't know. Never
know.
mind.
Yeah.
It's not Justice. Maybe.
I don't
Oh wait.
know.
Is it
I'm
his
not.
poster or
I'm not
Ethan's
weird. I'm
poster?
just really
observant.
Observant?
observative. Yeah.
Observatory. I observate.
I am very observing.
Yes.
I'm very observe.
I.
I am,
Yes.
I am observe.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
I just notice
great
things.
film. Yeah.
So, and I'm sorry if I sometimes weird people out with things that I know, because I just notice
Oh.
things.
Details.
Okay,
Yeah.
actually,
Hey,
hang
that's-
on.
that's
This
not
is
bad.
an observation at Taylor right here. I just
Let's see
remembered
it.
this.
No,
So-
it's not even
no.
interesting stuff.
No,
What?
yep, nope. This
What?
ties right in.
What?
So I'm
Oh,
in,
it's you think, not me think. Sorry.
So I was in Media and Society today.
Yeah, you were.
And the way the class is set up is like there's a projector that goes like halfway down and there's a bunch of chairs in the front. And so
Yeah.
it's like whatever. We just sit there and then like they like 2 people give a presentation over the chapter that we've read. So before we start, they're like, all right, how like do you guys have any prayers or requests or any praises or anything? So I'm talking and I look over and I got freaked out because behind the projector I saw 2 legs. And shoes.
Were they attached to anybody?
no.
That's what I was wondering. Because I was like, okay,
answer's
Halloween,
coming.
like it's like November now, but like maybe this was a prank from like a while ago. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. And so I was like, yeah. So I'm thankful for it. And I just stopped mid sentence and I look across the room and I was like, guys, do you see that too? Like I know I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but like I'm not hallucinating. Do you guys see those 2 pairs of feet? And
2 pairs?
you know what I'm saying?
Oh my
You know what I'm
gosh.
saying?
You're multiplying.
No. This
so many.
person, somebody is standing behind there.
Okay.
So, and like class had been going on for 20 minutes now, and I was like, this is creepy.
Was someone standing back there?
Ethan Michael jumps out.
Jeez Louise.
What the heck? And he's like,
How many times
our
has Ethan Michael
teacher,
come up in this episode? What the heck?
our teacher thought it was so funny. Our teacher let it
It's like the
happen.
third
Like
time.
before class started, Ethan's like, hey, can I hide behind like the
What?
pull down projector thing because it's in
Why?
the
Oh
corner.
my God.
And the teacher's like, yeah, it's okay. And
For
like all throughout
20
class,
minutes?
20.
yeah,
He would.
He
That's
said
he
dedicated.
would.
he's a journalism slash he teaches journalism, so
Oh.
he's a very like observant type of person. So he was more of like a social experiment of who would observe it
Okay.
first.
Oh, yeah.
It was
I
so
thought you were talking
funny
about
though.
Ethan. I was
Yeah,
like,
I was
Ethan
like,
does
oh,
not
no.
teach
No,
journalism.
no,
all
our
right?
professor, our
Doesn't
professor
sound
does. Yeah.
right.
So that's a side note, but I thought that was
What
hilarious.
professor is it?
Dr. Blanchard.
Oh.
He's really good. You guys will have him for it's a
Oh.
film.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was just
That's funny.
that was.
How many stories of Ethan are there? Anyone got
well,
anything
he just
else?
shows
I
up.
got
Like
nothing.
Anyone else?
he just shows up. That's the thing. Like you don't
just
expect
shows
him to be there. He's just there.
You look behind the projector. There he is.
Yeah, look out
Like
the window.
pull down,
There
the
he
pull
is.
down screen. He was
Turn the
standing right
corner. He's
Yeah.
there.
Ah.
Ah. This is a
Yeah.
horror film. You guys, I found out what
Featuring
I'm
Ethan
going to do for my audio final. That's what it is. Oh my
The
gosh.
drama.
We need to come up with good ideas for our final audio project.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
come up
Drama
with
or
that when
comedy.
we go over to like the meeting thing afterwards.
We got
Yeah,
creative
we're gonna have a little
writing.
Ethan
brainstorming
Michael,
session.
the horror film. A horror.
Oh my
That is
And
gosh.
3
so
parts.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear. What time is it? Oh, we're fine.
Woohoo! Okay. So we're gonna have some random questions to ask Caroline. So,
Great.
what are some of your hobbies?
Hobbies? Hobby Lobby. More like it. I can play the piano. It's similar to the piano,
Oh, I'm sorry.
except with
Okay.
an enye. So, it just sounds cooler.
I'm sorry. I
Ah.
thought you mispronounced piano.
I thought
I
I
did
thought
it
you
on
were- I thought you were
purpose.
okay.
I know, I'm kidding. That
No.
doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
Well,
No,
here's,
it's-
okay,
I said
here's the
piano,
thing
but
about college,
wrong.
though. People have said so many random instruments, like the
Oh, yeah.
didgeridoo. Like what?
The didgeridoo.
And I was
Oh,
like,
that's
you're
the thing.
making this
Come on,
up right
you know
now.
about
Um,
the-
and
you
then
know
I was
about
like,
the
no.
didgeridoo, right?
The
That's what I
melodica, JP.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, okay, I knew about that.
The thing
but
is,
people would just
you're a
they have
piano.
some-
Piano no. I'm a
It
piano
could be a
nonist.
thing.
It could.
It could.
Harpsichord.
Like, there's so many things that
Yeah.
are a thing.
Come on, that's a basic instrument.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man. So do
I
you
don't
play
know.
any instruments?
Organ? That's an instrument.
Oh.
I
I
play
played the organ.
ukulele.
Okay,
if
so-
Yeah,
that
you do.
counts, but doesn't everyone?
Every-
Doesn't everyone?
I'm gonna
Didn't
be
everyone
honest.
buy
You're
ukulele and
not
learn
a
from music?
musician if you don't play the ukulele. I'm
I
just
think
gonna be
that's
honest.
true.
Yeah.
I think that's true. Yeah.
Also, I think that even if a musician had never played ukulele and someone said that to them, they could pick it up and play
Yeah.
it.
Oh, it's like
For sure.
it's honestly one of the easiest instruments. And I'm sorry,
It is.
It is the
you're not
easiest
special if you can play ukulele.
That is
Wow.
true.
I'm just gonna be
For
completely
all of those who
blunt
thought they
there.
were. Sorry.
I'm
about
sorry, I
those
just
whole
crushed
ideas.
all
You
of
just
your
got
guys'
shattered.
dreams,
Sorry
including
about
my
your
own.
London-
Yeah. The
Uh,
ukulele guy on
unless
YouTube
The
just
ukulele.
started crying.
Unless you're Grace Vanderwall, who won America, or
That's
didn't
true.
win, but like
I think
got
she
But the
won
super
thing
because
is
she
hyped
with
wrote
up
a
her-
song.
the thing
and
is with
was a
her-
child and
and played
didn't sing,
ukulele,
yeah.
and they're like,
The
all
thing is-
right, move on.
With
yay."
her-
I feel like she
She
started
took-
the trend.
yeah,
a very
That was years ago.
easy instrument.
Yeah.
yeah.
She played it, like all of us do.
You know
But the thing
how
is-
you do that
Ho,
with
ho,
an instrument.
No,
You play it.
play it. No, but she took a really easy instrument. She learned how to play it like
Yeah.
anyone else would.
Right.
She wrote a song
Uh-huh.
and she played it with her song phenomenally on live television.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the thing is, she
pretty
didn't
good.
stop
About
there.
how
She
has
kept
Alzheimer's.
going.
yeah.
So-
She's still going. In fact,
And
so
she doesn't
check
know
her
now.
out.
Yeah,
YouTube,
she's
right there.
phenomenal. Yeah. Shout out to
There's
Grace
our artist.
Vanderwall.
There's our artist that we forgot to mention.
Yeah.
There's our artist of the week.
There we
So, what's the last thing you read
Ooh.
I read.
besides
Ooh.
the script?
Besides
from-
the woman a
That's
Lockerbie.
funny. Oh my gosh, I read all the Harry Potter books over the summer because I hadn't read
Good
them
for
before. I'd
you.
only seen the
Wow.
movies.
Did you like them?
Oh yeah, they're
Are they
great.
good?
Yeah, very
They're
good,
such
very good.
books.
Wonderful world. Actually, my sister and I did that together. We read a book and then watched the movie for it, and we did that with
That
all of
sounds
them.
fun.
That is
It was
so
very fun.
cool.
That sounds fun.
And it was actually an interesting exercise in seeing how people adapt books to film.
Yeah.
Because the first one is very close, and it actually, I felt in parts it was like, okay, in the book this thing happens so we know that Ron is brave, and then this thing happens to show that Snape is mean.
Yeah, yeah.
And in the movie they would just combine those things, so we learn those two pieces of information in the same scene, and it was just more efficient.
yeah.
And they still accomplish. And actually, I was like, so why did they need it to be all drawn out in the book?
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, obviously, book is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. And I think the film did a
Yeah.
really great job. The first three movies are
The
amazing.
first two,
And
I
they
think what made them so
diverge.
good is they, excuse me.
Take your time.
Yeah, thank you. They honed in nostalgia. Like they brought
Yeah.
in like
Oh,
all
yeah.
of like the good things about like they romanticized school and childhood and all of that. And they made the world magical. And I mean by they, I mean like the cast, the crew, like everyone
Have you ever seen
involved.
behind the scenes for it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're a
John
big Harry
Williams,
Potter fan.
fantastic with the score. He
Mm.
truly created a score that when you listen to it, you felt like you were home.
Yeah.
At least for me.
Yeah.
And I think,
I think
that's
that's a good
what made
description.
and I think that's what made it so
But also
Beautiful.
it's very magical.
yeah.
And
It's so
mysterious.
magical.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about it now, and I'm like, oh, Harry Potter. Ha ha ha. But then you get to like
Harry.
the third movie, and I'm not saying it's bad. It's probably one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
At least in my favorite book.
That's where it starts to.
It gets a little
diverge.
darker.
Oh, darker than the books.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
The fourth movie is where it gets like dark, and then
And
it's
very different from the books.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
well, you have to.
you
Actually,
have
they
to.
talked about making Goblet of Fire a 2-part film.
Yeah.
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 And they eventually. I think it was that was the one with the
They almost made
um,
the Deathly Hallow films.
Quidditch Cup.
Rated R.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That would've fit.
Specifically part 1 because of the Bellatrix and Hermione torture scene.
Oh, interesting.
Like Helena Bonham Carter had to come up to Emma Watson afterwards and be like, "Hey, are we still good?" Like,
I mean,
yeah.
Whoa.
yeah.
And honest, because they're both fantastic actresses.
Right.
So I could see how them if they go all out with it,
Yeah.
how it could be like scary,
Yeah.
and how
disturbing, sure.
yeah, and I could see how like you, it's like and I could see how if someone was going all out with torturing you, you're like, do they have some like hidden hate for me or something? Like, where
Yeah.
did this come from?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was very interesting.
Ooh.
I have like a bunch of useless Harry Potter facts. So
Useless.
They're not useless.
So, what is your favorite book that you've read?
Ever?
Sure.
Or did you mean
Or just,
favorite Harry
like-
Potter book?
Oh, like book in general. We'll say.
Book in general.
Yeah.
the Bible.
Amen. That's the correct answer.
That's right.
Oh
Or
my
like,
gosh.
okay, what's
No.
your favorite book that's been turned into? Well, I can't even say book that's
No.
been turned into a movie because the Bible
Excuse
has
me.
two.
Okay, no. Second favorite book
If someone made
besides
a movie
the
about
Bible.
the whole Bible.
No, there was a really
mean,
Oh my gosh.
They're
no.
into
There
the
actually is a
works.
really good
Yeah.
TV series that my mom and I used to watch called The Bible.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
did it go through the Old Testament? Because that would get graphic.
Well, there was.
we'll say it skipped.
There's been quite.
It
a
did the
few
key
series.
points.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
really good though.
Yeah.
Our favorite stories.
Yeah. It was
Cool.
good.
Sounds
I mean, I
fun.
haven't watched it. Maybe it was really bad, and I thought it was good. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, back to your thing. Favorite book
Oh,
or series doesn't matter.
when I was a wee child, a wee lassie,
Oh, wait, Lassie.
I liked The Girl Who Could Fly, which sounds incredibly generic, and yes, it was. It was. This is probably elementary to middle school. It was like a cross between X-Men and something else. It was sort of like X-Men with a school for children with superpowers, except this girl was kind of forced to go there. Didn't really want to be.
Yeah.
Tries to escape with all the kids. Cannot.
Typical. Yeah.
Yeah, typical. Very typical. But
Ooh, wait,
captivated my imagination as a child.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The Darkest Minds.
Don't know it.
Oh, okay.
You've read. Oh, Jillian has read The 13th Reality. Have either of you guys?
No.
James Dashner,
Ooh,
author of Maze Runner.
yeah.
I love those. Love those and Maze Runner. You know,
I
in
felt
middle
like-
school, everybody.
I
read
felt
the
like Maze Runner was
post-apocalyptic-
actually
Oh, yeah.
the rare case where I think the movies were kind of better than the book because of the action.
Maze Runner.
Yeah.
That's not true to me.
Okay,
I
that's fair.
disagree, but okay. I think the books were fantastic and the movies were different because they had to be.
Yeah.
They couldn't.
I felt like with that series, there was just a lot of action, a lot of
Yeah.
visual things that you needed
Oh,
to
yeah.
see. So in that sense, I felt like the movies, even if they weren't better, they were really enjoyable to watch.
Oh yeah, I
and
like
the movies were really well done. So
Yeah, the movies. I mean, from a filmmaking standpoint,
Yeah.
are not the
oh,
best.
they're not the best movies, but for a
But they're
book to
fun
movie
to watch.
adaptation,
Yeah.
I think they're really
They're fine.
They're fun. They're
They're-
fun movies.
Fun little action.
Is it the best
thingies.
story? Nah.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's fun to come back to every so often and be like, oh, I kind of want to watch Maze Runner, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you read like the Scorch Trials,
Ooh,
there are
yeah.
parts that are horrifying, and if
They
they made
really
a film
are.
of that and were true to the book,
Yeah.
it would be.
No, the thing is, that's what
Oh my god.
that's why a
Okay.
lot of book to movie
Oh.
adaptations are different. Is
Yes.
because
They water it down. They have
So,
to.
okay,
That's why
you
they made
have
them like
to.
zombies. The
So
the
on that
cranks.
note,
Yeah.
did you guys read like the series of unfortunate events as a
oh
kid?
yeah,
No.
So they made a movie about it, and like
I've seen the movie, but not the series.
trash.
Yeah, the movie was bad. The movie
Like
was
the
very
movie
bad.
was good.
I didn't even
It
watch
it
the
was
movie. and I
kinda
don't want
creepy,
to.
but like it's not as creepy as the books at all. like as a kid, I would like read those books, and like so would all my siblings. Like, but we'd just be reading those, and it was like, man, like it was so.
Hello, person out the window.
Like,
Surprise.
like you said, it
Surprise.
just like it captured your imagination, and it was like, I can't put this down. Like I've got to keep on reading it, whatever. And then they came out with a movie, and I was like, what? This no,
Mm-hmm.
no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
It was good. Like I could appreciate it, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Could
I
not
don't
compare.
know why people got to make movies. There's some things that should just not ever become movies. Some
True.
things, you know, I have heard this from multiple artists and creators, as well, filmmakers, really. You have to listen to the story to
Mhm.
know what medium it wants to be,
Yeah.
which sounds so pretentious, and it kind of is. But if you think about, you know, if it's like an open-ended question, like, what if this were true?
Yeah.
And you can create
Yeah.
a whole world. It can be a television series. It can be a long-running series, and you can explore that as long as you want. And if it's something that clearly has a beginning and end, then feature
Yeah.
film, or maybe just a 3-part series. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's other things that really just work better in the written word, where you can imagine it, or maybe it's just it would be too big of a budget, or there
Yeah.
isn't the technology
Yeah.
for that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things like that I think are very
That's why I'm
interesting.
That's
glad
a
that
good
they
point.
made Dune in this era versus.
Yes.
That's why I
The
think it's so much.
80s?
Yeah.
Oh, can you
That
imagine?
one?
They would
Yeah.
ruin the
Whoa.
story.
Oh, it exists.
It
There is
exists.
an
It's
80s one.
I did not know that.
bad.
Don't watch it.
Okay,
I haven't heard any
guys, I
Lynch.
hate to be a party pooper, but we're running out of time. Are there any?
Quit
3
pooping
more
on my
minutes.
party.
Oh, sorry. Any final remarks before we sign off? Final words.
Caroline,
Live,
thanks
laugh,
for being
love.
on our show
Jesus
this
said that.
week.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you so
thanks
much
for
for
being
coming
on
on,
our show.
Caroline.
Yeah,
And
it's
we'll
a good
be
time.
Last
having-
minute too. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and we'll
I'm
be
the
having
fill-in.
who's some people that we'll be having next in the coming weeks.
I know we're having Thane. We might be having Ethan Michael.
And we have Izzy. Izzy will.
He will
He
be
will be
on.
here in
He will be
future.
on.
Eventually.
We'll
Yeah.
also have Drew, which is a rapper.
Neal, yeah.
Cool.
So
Just some fun things to look
tune
forward
in.
to. Yeah, I think next week is Ethan.
Okay.
So tune in for that.
Oh boy.
That's gonna be fun. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are Journeying with Chloe. This is episode 9. Next week's our 10th episode, which is exciting
Woohoo!
that we've done
Happy
this
10th
10 times.
anniversary.
So
Yeah.
we'll have a little anniversary party. Maybe we'll have something fun for next week.
I mean, this was fun.
This no
I'm just
violin.
kidding.
Violin
Wait,
for
you
next
said this
week.
was fun, and then you said you're kidding.
Did I say I was
Oh.
kidding?
I'm just messing.
I was like, sometimes I said. I was like,
it's fine. Don't worry about it.
all
All right,
right, we
guys.
will see you next week.
Bye everyone. Thank you to
Bye.
Caroline. See you next week. Oops.